Hello, I'm Nicole.
I'm Leah.
And today we're going to talk about vision boards, which is talked about in day 16, map your values to your life. So for those of you who are wondering what a vision board is, Leah, tell us a bit about what's a vision board? Why are we doing vision boards?
So a vision board is a way for you to visualize, right, your goals for however long they are, whether it's a month, a year, what have you, to put something in your life where you see, okay, this is a goal that I want to achieve. And it's a way to gain motivation and confidence towards getting that goal. And it can look different for everybody and how you utilize them. You can do something that's, as big as, a poster board and, going and, making collages and like cutting out of magazines or drawing your own pictures and like pasting them on there. You can also do things that, if you're more into the digital side, you can make one like on Pinterest or on Canva, which is an app, and, put it on your phone background or your desktop background. So it's another way to visualize it. So there's like a couple different ways that you can do that.
The most important part is having it where you're able to see it a good amount of times during the day. So I'm thinking if you're using a physical copy, putting it by the mirror that you look in the morning, or maybe near your desk, or in your office. If it's the digital, right, you were saying like your computer, your phone, that way you're seeing it throughout the day, reminding you of this goal. Now, on the topic of goals, what is a goal?
Really, it can be anything, right? There's no rules. It's just something that you're working towards that's healthy and, is going to better your life. So it's really like there's no rules when it comes to the goals. However, they do need to be realistic.
Thinking about reasoning behind having a vision board is having that like pinpointed goal that you're working towards, finding that motivation to move towards that goal, and also like finding a way to explore your values and how it fits into the goal, which is how it fits into this day 16, right? Like mapping your values of life. It gives you a chance to, okay, what are my values? First. And then also, how does this fit into what I see for my life and the goals that I want to achieve? So looking into it being as easy and digestible as possible. It can be very overwhelming to look at a vision board that has like 5 or 6 different goals. And so to make sure that the board that you're working on is looking at that one particular goal, right? Prioritizing a goal that you really want to focus on and move forward with. Not to say that there's not other goals that you're trying to achieve, but this might be the one that you really are going after, or might find more challenging to stay motivated with. Which kind of brings us to another topic, right? Like why pick a vision board to be motivated? Like what is there any evidence that goes towards a vision board?
So actually, according to Psychology Today, mental practices like visualization can actually increase motivation and your confidence, right? You're seeing it every day. It's so easy to kind of push away our goals sometimes when things get overwhelming, right? But if you're seeing it every day and, using those, affirmations on your board too, which is really important, and using those words that make you feel more confident and more, goal directed will help.
I know that we've talked a lot about like achievable goals, making them easy and digestible. What does that mean? Like, how do we know that we're making a goal that makes sense for us?
Mm-hmm. I think it's important to know your own limitations, right? sitting with yourself and having an honest conversation with yourself. Like what am I hoping to work towards? What is that goal? And then kind of making it more specific as you go down. And not putting too much pressure on yourself. This is supposed to be fun, right? And this is supposed to be helpful, and not something that makes you feel worse at the end of the year when you're like, oh, I didn't do any of this, right? Because you weren't honest with yourself.
Yeah. Then maybe it's time for another vision board to be made to work on the next step in that goal. We call them objectives to the goal. Mm-hmm. You have your main goal that you're working towards, and then there's the little steps that go towards that goal, so that it is a little bit more bite-sized, right? Digestible, so that you're not it's not like a daunting task of, oh my goodness, I want to run like a 5K and I have never run a day in my life. So it's not just picking a goal that you're prioritizing and running with it. But you're also looking at why you're making this goal. Is it something that is attainable for you? Is it something that you actually want? Mm-hmm. And so that's also where this like values exploration comes in. Is the goal that you are making aligning with the values that you're living by currently?
It doesn't mean like, okay, once I have this in place, then it's up on my wall. I can't make any changes to it. You know, like as we move forward, we grow and we learn more about ourselves. So we may realize like, oh, maybe not this, but let me take this off and let me update it a little bit. And kind of like being aware of that. Because this is for you, it's personal, and your vision board should kind of grow along with you.
So if, looking at values, let's say one of your top values is time with family or loved ones, and the value or the goal that you're setting is going to maybe take away some of that time, right? Whether it's, okay, I spend X amount of time at night with them, but now I'm going to be putting that towards writing or doing a particular workout or attending this class. Is that something that is feeling like okay to do because of that, shift? And if it's a yes, okay, like, that's perfectly fine. If no, and you still have that goal, it's just working things a little bit around a little bit more. And again, like Leah was saying, it is a document that can be changed. The point of the vision board is to achieve, right, and feel like you're successful in the goals that you're setting, and not necessarily something to look at and be like, oh, man, like I'm not making this work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, it's being honest with yourself, and like you have to keep checking in with yourself. It's not like you just put it up and now it's done and now I'm not going to revisit it, right? Like it should be something that you keep revisiting, because it should be something that motivates you. If it starts to be like, oh, I don't even want to look at that anymore, it's like, okay, well, maybe we need to kind of take a step back and figure out where we need to go from here.
So I think like we've basically covered what a vision board is, how it's used, looking at values and goals in your life that would go into this vision board, the ability to change the vision board, making it your own, whether that is on your computer, on your bedroom wall, wherever you would want to keep it. It's really staying true to you and what you want to work towards. Any closing words, Leah, before we leave them to it?
I think, just be creative, have fun with it. Don't limit yourself on, what you think you should put on there. Do whatever you want, listen to your heart, and good luck. Have fun.